Okay, so in today's lesson, we're going to look at anthropometrics and how a human would interact with your product. Now, for some products, it's easier than others. For example, if I was thinking about Ziad's toothbrush, that's a product that somebody interacts with lots and lots and lots. Whereas other products, they're not. It's not so important. But a human will always interact with the product, whether it be using it on a daily basis, holding it, sitting on it, attaching it into their body in some way, or quite simply actually putting the product or fitting the product into its position in the first place. A human will always interact with it. So what you've got to think about with the research you collect today is what part of the human body will your product interact with? Will it be held in its hand or the person's hand? Will it be put around the person's waist? Will it attach all the way down the back of the person? And what I want you to do, similar to this sort of page here, is basically find out the relevant measurements for somebody in your target market. Okay, so you're going to need to do quite a bit of research looking into and finding out the relevant measurements that you require. We did this as part of topic 1, human factors. So this is not something that should be new to you, but it'd be quite handy in terms of when it comes to your specification, writing down all of the relevant sizes that your product can be and those sort of things. Okay, so I would like to see you produce a page similar to sort of this, showing the examiner that you've really thought about your user and the sizes of the product in terms of how they interact with the product. So what I would like you to produce is one page really looking into the data, analysing that data, thinking about how it can be usable for your product. Okay, so to give you a little bit of help with this anthropometric study, all I did was went onto Google, typed in anthropometric data, and had started having a look through what came up. Basically, there's loads of different documents out there that will give you the different heights you want. So, for example, on this Google search here, so anthropometric data, I looked down here, went into this one here, and took me to this document here, which will tell you all sorts of things. So if I wanted to know the hand length, hand circumference, I could go down to page 18, 19 of this document and get the data that I need from there, take a screenshot perhaps, or just write down the data that's relevant to me. So if I was designing something to be sat on, I could get all the details for this on here. Okay, you've got to think about what data is relevant. Are you designing it for the average person, so your 50th percentile? Are you going to design it for the 90th percentile, taking off the bottom 5 and the top 5? Okay, so that's relevant in terms of finding out the data and finding out what to do, what you need to do. There are lots of things that lots of documents. Again, just a simple Google search will help you find the information that you need.